Hey everybody, welcome to week 7 of our online book study of A Different Dream for My Child. Can you believe it? We are halfway through the book. We are halfway through the study, which is great because where I live, we're about halfway through winter, and doing this book study has been a great help in getting through all the long dark weeks and cold weather that we're experiencing here in Iowa. But enough about me. Let's go on and talk about what we're going to be studying this week in A Different Dream for My Child in our study that is hosted by Mommies of Miracles. Our discussion, by the way, takes place over at the Facebook page called MOM, Mom Online Book Study. And if you go and find that, or if you just go down and look at the questions below this video, you'll see some hot links that'll take you straight there. You can join the discussion. This week we are starting the section that is about long-term health conditions and what happens when our families have to care for kids that have ongoing conditions. And they may not necessarily be a health issue in thinking of physical health, but it could be a mental health issue or a behavioral issue that you're going to be dealing with, or a child with developmental delays that are going to be impacting the rest of his or her life. So this week we're going to be talking about how we deal with that new normal when we get into that life of bringing a child home with a chronic condition that we're going to live with. And we're going to talk a lot about prayer. What are some ways we can pray big for our kids, and how do we pray to accept God's will for our family and for our children? We're also going to be hearing the story of one of my favorite families that I interviewed for this book, Bruce and Peggy, and their wisdom about caring for their daughter Lacey, who is now about 28 or 29 years old and still lives with them at home. Bruce and Peggy have some amazing advice about how they have come to look at their daughter Lacey as a gift from God, and how they've learned to love her and how they've seen God provide for them all along the way. So I invite you to read chapters, 31 through 35, and then hop on over to the book discussion. I'll be putting up 1 or 2 questions a day. We'll just go through 1 Devo a day, and I would love to hear what you have to say about how your family is surviving and thriving with a child who has special needs. See you there. Bye-bye.